Welcome back. Today we're doing a couple of OEM LCD swaps. We'll run through this pretty quickly as I don't think a lot of this needs explaining necessarily. So let's jump into this video. Onto the focus of this video, my method here is a quick chip solder and barely touching the fingers on the ribbon cables. Using very little pressure and a little heat, the fingers are very sensitive and care should be taken. Mainly just know that these are fragile and use your head if you plan to do this. So right here I'm using my tweezers to pull up slightly as I heat up the quick chip. I let it sit for a moment to cool because it's still wet. I will now clean everything up and direct my focus to removing another LCD to place onto another LCD board. I know it all sounds confusing, but basically I'm removing a bad screen from a good board and removing a good screen to place on the good board and using another screen to place on another good board. Whew, at the end, I should end up with two good working DMGs and one LCD board with no screen for a future project. I recently picked up an OEM Play It Loud black DMG 01 shell for my SGB CPU swap DMG, and utilizing another LCD to place into a beige gray DMG for resale. So the coming videos will transfer to this black Play It Loud DMG with further upgrades as I go, turning it into an LSDJ beast. Chiptune scene has me curious, and I like to stay away from IPS displays, keeping it mostly OEM. But I have a question for you guys. I plan to do an RGB backlight. That install requires a dip switch, so I'll need to cut into the case. My question is, should I use a different shell or cut into this OEM Play It Loud shell? Leave a comment on that because I feel like I would like to keep the black Play It Loud as OEM as possible and not cut into it. Moral dilemma maybe. Hoping that follows. Here's my personal equipment with the SGB CPU swap DMG. If anyone is unfamiliar with the SGB CPU swaps, it basically just bypasses the scrolling boot logo and loads straight into the game, saving a lot of time. However, I do miss the coin chime. Can't beat a custom CPU swap and the very small time saving, if any, but still cool. Showing it boot here, I had a battery pop out, so let's watch as I struggle for a moment. Maybe the battery cover will help? I don't know. There we go. Flickering on the screen is the FPS limitation of the camera. It has no physical effect on the screen itself. Perfect. Didn't screw anything up. Can't ask for better. I was hoping for some capacitance with the finger, so I guess I'll grab a pad here to check the buttons. I will reveal the assembled DMG in the next upload, which means the next upgrade I decide to do first. Any suggestions? Leave me a comment. Again, I'm curious whether or not to cut into this original Play It Loud shell, but does it matter all that much? I'm on the fence, so share your thoughts. Also got a custom flash card I'm hammering the details on for an LSDJ card, as I'm trying to stay away from EverDrives, and think it would be cool to have a custom flash card that I put together with OEM equipment. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and listening to me work on a DMG. Catch you on the next one. Peace.